Hello, beautifuls. I'm going to be doing a reading for you today. I hope that it resonates with you. If it doesn't, just leave it for the next person. We're going to start off by grabbing 3 cards from my own deck and see what comes through. So we have the High Priestess in reversed, blocked intuition, 6 of Cups nostalgia. So, and then we have the Page of Swords in reverse. So, what I'm gathering from these 3 cards that have come out is there is this nostalgia trap. Nostalgia is something that is used to pull people backwards into old cycles that are meant to be closed or that are closing. So, right now, this is a reading for the collective that are being pulled back into nostalgia. It is this place where it seems like it's joyful, right? Like a lot of people will say this is what life is, nostalgia, this and that. But nostalgia, these things are basically the energetic hooks that were used to trap you in cycles from childhood. So with this one here, it's like your intuition is not really telling you that this is a problem or there is something wrong with this nostalgia that's coming through. And then we have the Page of Swords in reverse. You're not actually looking for the truth, you're just looking for an escape, or you're looking for something to numb you out, which is what nostalgia does. Nostalgia takes you back to when you were like younger, and you get to a place where you're like, I wish I could be a child again, or like you wish you could go back to that time, which is what it's made for. It's designed to do that, but it is also a trap, an energetic hook. So these things that you're being pulled into again are actually siphoning the energy from you for future cycles. You get trapped in the cycle and it loops. So nostalgia hook loops, that's kind of what's coming through today. And we have the 7 of Wands. So this is asking you to stand your ground against this nostalgic kind of pull. It's very interesting that this has come through. We do have the Knight of Wands coming out in this other deck, just as a clarifier. Yeah, so the Knight of Wands is giving me that sense of standing your ground a little bit in the way of like, it's like standing your ground, but also this nostalgia is like riding in as the Knight of Wands, so it looks really like good and fresh, but it's not fresh, it's old, and it's just the same old energetic loop. There's an offer that's coming in, which this is the nostalgic cup, but it's the maintenance on this place starts up right as I'm like doing this, but that's okay. So this cup is what I'm getting as source. Source is offering you this cup, but you're rejecting this cup by moving towards the Knight of Wands coming in, which is that nostalgic kind of vibe. This could be like someone from your childhood. It could be a closed cycle and it's reappearing. It could be a TV show, a movie. It could be a franchise. It could be anything that is from your earlier years that makes you loop back into it. So there's this like big thing about like a lot of people would disagree with this that are like on those things. Like a big franchise that I can think of that is all about nostalgia loops is Pokemon. Obviously I like Pokemon. I tend to I don't jump back into that stuff anymore. Like I did a while back, but I've learned from my experiences, and this is just what I've learned through spiritual learning. There is this better cup. It may seem really mundane to not go for nostalgia because there's something out there that's unknown, but there is this star, there's this hope, there's pouring your cup into it like a lake. So there's something actually much better than this nostalgia that's coming in. If you reject the nostalgia and you keep on your journey in a clean way, then you can fill the lake. But currently, you're rejecting a death cycle, and that also is making it so that you cannot manifest something new. But this also could represent that this nostalgic stuff is actually inverted magic, so it keeps you trapped and not being able to, you know, basically die metaphorically and create something new from it. So there's definitely a trap going on with nostalgia at the moment. It's probably already been flung at you, or it's going to come at you soon. It's a really interesting kind of reading today. I was not expecting this whatsoever. I am going to grab just one of my new cards that I'm working on. I'm like hand making these because I don't have access to a computer or any digital means. So let's just grab one of these cards and see what it says for you today. So we have After the Impact, which is you are not in the explosion anymore. You're in the place where choices count again. So this is giving me a choice point. There's either nostalgia, you can go back into the old, or you can move forward into the unknown, into the new, and make a choice to flip a lot of these cards around and head towards that lake that you can fill up with source flow, instead of just like like an empty cup, basically, that keeps filling up and then pouring out and then refilling and then pouring out. It's just like a loop cycle. So that's what I'm getting, is that there has been some form of tower moment for a lot of this nostalgic stuff. It's already met the end of its cycle in the energetic layer. And there's always probably going to be people that go back into those loops and cycles to feed it again and again and again, even though it's energetically dead. So if you're resonating with this, then that's amazing. If not, it's just not for you. But yeah, take care, and I will see you in another reading very shortly when Source commissions it. Take care. Bye-bye.